Welcome to The Invisible Thing, a new show on my channel. Thank you for watching the first episode of The Invisible Thing. I'm your host Greenie, and in today's episode we're gonna talk about why I do own a tripod which was worth $1,600 back when it was first bought in 2013. But before we start, let me introduce you to the show. The Invisible Thing is a show where we talk about things we use in daily life, mostly related to video production, which are invisible to us. But once we cannot use it anymore, it becomes visible how important they were. So in this show, we're gonna find gadgets which are essential for many projects, but are actually invisible. So in today's first episode, we're gonna take a look at one of my favorite pieces of equipment, the tripod. Well, you might think a tripod is a simple thing. But is it? So what I actually want to talk about today is the quick lock mechanism of Sachtler. I could try to explain you what this feature is, but instead I just think I'm gonna show you a split screen. So I created a simple challenge. Take a tripod with my camera rig attached to it, set it up for an interview to the height of a person, do a simple pan or tilt, and break the thing down again. And of course I tried to do it on a normal speed on both tripods, so I'm not rushing anything, but I'm also not making it longer than it is. And as you hopefully see, the Sachtler one is pretty damn fast, while my normal tripod is also one of the faster tripods out there. There are systems which are even more complicated. And that brings me back to the invisible thing. How I adjust the height of a tripod is something nobody watching a video cares about. It's also something most people don't care about when they buy a tripod. But once you used a feature like the fast lock from Sachtler, you really do not want to miss it ever again. And why is that? I mean, you saw it. With my normal tripod I had to unscrew 4 screws to extend one leg. But on the Sachtler one I just had to loosen 3 levers and I could extend the legs to its full height. I mean, this will not win you any prize in Best Picture or something. But believe me, if you're doing work for TV stations or even a documentary, you want a tripod which is fast. You do not want to lose time getting up your tripod. So speaking of invisible things, it actually happens that the Sachtler tripod has a second invisible thing, which I want to talk about real quick. While my normal tripod is featuring a Manfrotto Fluidhead, which comes at the cost of around $200 and is considered one of the bests, the Sachtler tripod comes with a Sachtler Fluidhead, which alone costs you $900. And that price tag isn't even the invisible thing. The invisible thing is how to mount a plate. While I have to say that I really like the Manfrotto Fluidhead, and I think it's one of the better out there, especially when it comes to mounting, there is this small chance that you try to mount the plate and it isn't working at the first time. And when it's not working at the first time, it's probably gonna be a fiddly time until it's working. It's just something which is annoying and you're not really bothering yourself with it. But Sachtler features a system, I don't even know if it's their own system, which allows me to just click in the plate. And once it clicked, the plate is secure and I can lock it. And just this small thing, that I can click it every time and I don't have to fiddle around, is something you will never notice until you cannot use it. And therefore, it's the second invisible thing in this video. So, what do I want to say with this video? Do I want to encourage you to go out there and buy a Sachtler system for $2,000? Hell no. No, I do not. Those systems are not worth the extra money for a YouTube creator at my size, which is basically 60 subscribers. So, if you're around my space and if you're not making thousands of dollars to waste with YouTube, hell no, don't buy such expensive systems. There are way better things to invest your money in than in a fast lock for a tripod. I know that there are a lot of invisible things out there, and I don't see the most of them. So tell me, which are invisible things you once noticed and were shocked you haven't noticed earlier. Tell me in the comments below, and if it's something I noticed too, we're gonna do a second episode of The Invisible Thing. I'm Greenie, thanks for watching. If you like this show, please hit like, share the video, and even consider subscribing. If you click on this side of the video, you can watch the newest video. And below there's a video YouTube thinks you might